No matter what, a wealthy person will always try to have a car collection that they can show off and feel proud about, because a person's car collection says a lot about them and their taste. Plus, who wouldn't love to show off their car collection? I know I would if I had one. Some of the car collections in the world are insanely expensive, and their collective value will have your jaw wide open when you hear them. But in today's video, we will only take a look at one collection. However, this is not just any collection. It is considered as the most expensive collection in the whole entire world. This collection belongs to none other than the Sultan of Brunei, Hassanal Bolkiah. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel with bell notifications on so you get notified every time a new video is uploaded to our channel. Also, make sure to stick around until the end of the video as we talk about some of the rarest cars in the whole world. Hassanal Bolkiah is Brunei's Prime Minister, the 29th Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan. Following his father's abdication on the 5th of October 1967, he succeeded to the throne as Sultan of Brunei as the oldest son of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddien III and Raja Isteri Pengiran Anak Damit. In fact, he is the world's second longest reigning monarch after Queen Elizabeth. The Sultan's Golden Jubilee, which marked the 50th year of his reign on the throne, was held on the 5th of October 2017. The Sultan is said to be one of the wealthiest people on the planet. The Sultan's entire peak net worth was reported to be $20 billion by Forbes in 2008. The 29th Sultan of Brunei's car collection is one of the largest private car collections in the world, and this is no exaggeration, it is extremely massive. It has over thousands of cars in it, almost 7,000 to be specific. It has an estimated combined value of over $5 billion. The value of his collection is no surprise when you consider the fact that his net worth is over $20 billion. However, despite the fact that his car collection is so widely known, the specifics about them are a mystery. No one really knows every car he has in his collection. There are no catalogs out there which have every detail about all the cars. However, we do know some of his most popular cars in the collection. Multiple sources have stated that the Sultan has over 600 Rolls-Royces, 300 plus Bentleys, and over 450 different Ferraris. It's impressive if you own one of these things, but to own over hundreds and hundreds is just astonishing. His collection does not have just regular releases. He has a large variety of concept cars which were not even supposed to be released for the outside world. He owns a gaudy gold-plated Spur limousine worth $14 million, and the gold plating is 24K pure gold. If that sounds ridiculous to you, just wait till you find out that he bought this car during a Rolls-Royce shopping spree that cost over $475 million. One of his past records also reveals that he spent up to $78 million on coach-built Ferraris from Italian designers Pininfarina SBA. It is widely rumored that one of the reasons his collection is so massive is because when purchasing cars he would buy hundreds of the exact same model. His collection is so massive and saturated that it would not come off as a surprise if he didn't know every car in it. The sad part about his collection is that most of these cars are just collecting dust in the warehouse, and some of the cars are not even intact anymore. This is because there's a lack of employees taking care of the cars due to the Sultan's family having financial issues at the time. One of the popular concept cars the Sultan owns is the BMW Nazca M12. It's a 1991 concept automobile with a V12 engine producing 295 horsepower and top speeds of 180 miles per hour. However, it was only a concept car. There weren't any on the market, so the Sultan ordered one from BMW and it's now valued between $1.1 and $3 million. The Sultan also owns a Ferrari F40, which is an extremely rare car as there were only 1,300 of them produced. It cost around $400,000 around the time he bought it, but recently due to it being rare than ever, it now costs over $1 million. Part of the reason the car is so rare is because of the Sultan's habit of buying multiple cars of the same model. He single-handedly made it difficult for other car enthusiasts to get a hold of this speed machine. The BMW Nazca is not the only well-known concept car he owns. He also owns the Ferrari Mythos. In fact, he owns two of these cars, and once again, as these are concept cars, they were not up for sale. So, obviously he got into contact with Ferrari and got these sent to him. Of course, the price he paid for these cars are unrevealed, so we can't tell you the price of them, but we can assume that it is extremely expensive considering how exclusive these cars are. It is also assumed that this car can reach top speeds of up to 180 miles per hour. Talk about speed. He also owns the big brother of the Ferrari F40, the Ferrari F50. This car is even rarer compared to the ones we mentioned earlier because there were only 349 of these ever produced. For something so rare, its price is not as much as you might expect. It goes for $480,000. Obviously it's still expensive, but it's not in the millions like a rare car normally would be. It sports a 4.7-litre V12 engine with a whopping 514 horsepower, and it can reach top speeds of 201 miles per hour. The Lamborghini Urraco is up there as one of the rarest classic cars, as there are only 791 of these ever produced. It is reported that the Sultan owns a grey Urraco, but it is not confirmed. He also owns the 1989 Porsche 911, which costs around $239,000. As you can tell, he really loves expensive and exotic cars. The LeBlanc Mirabeau is usually extremely hard to spot in the streets because of its hefty price tag of up to $765,000. This monster of a sports car is not only street legal, but it is also extremely rare like every other car in the Sultan's collection. It can reach a top speed of 230 miles per hour, which makes many cars look like a snail in comparison. What makes this car the speed demon it is the engine under the hood. It has a 4.7-litre V8 engine with an astonishing 700 horsepower. Some people can only wish to have a car like this. Some of the world's most expensive cars are part of his collection. The Koenigsegg CC GT, the Bentley Java convertible, and a Porsche Karma are all part of his collection. We could really make a whole multiple hour-long documentary about his collection if there was ever a list. It really makes you wonder what his favourite is out of all these cars. You might be wondering, where exactly does he store all of these expensive luxury cars? We are here to tell you about that. According to reports, he stores these cars in different aircraft hangars and warehouses. Most of these places have employees taking good care of the cars, but as we mentioned earlier, many of these cars are sadly left to rot as there is no crew of maintenance experts taking care of them. Well, that concludes the video. Isn't it insane how we likely never get to know the full list of the cars the Sultan owns? What are your thoughts on the Sultan's car collection? Is there any car that you would love to own one day or even take a ride in? Let us know in the comments section below. Also, here's a fun fact. The Sultan used his gold 24K gold-plated Rolls Royce for his wedding. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also share it with your friends. If you want to watch something similar, make sure to click on one of these videos that appear on your screen right now. Until next time, see you then.